Now, I must admit that this is one of my favourite beauty spots of the year because usually towards the end of the year when we're coming up to Christmas, Mary comes in here laden down with bottles of all shapes and sizes, some beautiful bottles as well, to talk about fragrance. And Mary, I'll do the sniff test quite happily in a minute or two. But can we just talk generally about fragrance? Because I think there's a lot of men in particular out there, dare I say it, who believe that, sure, I'll buy her a bottle of perfume and your perfume is perfume.
Oh no.
And oh my God.
Oh no.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Yeah.
Because you and I know that it's very, very personal, and somebody who likes light, fruity fragrances won't like the heavier ones, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So a few general pointers for people about buying fragrance.
Well, I suppose I'm fascinated by Betsy and CH because she's the only perfumer that I know that has gone and studied this. She's great if you know what somebody likes, and she can get you to above or below kind of the notes that they like. So they're going to get something similar. And I don't know any place else where you could have that, facility. And she just knows her perfumes well. I have learned so much about fragrance as a result of, over the years of picking up little tidbits. But definitely, if you're going to buy fragrance, either get the same one or something similar, because otherwise you're not in for a good Christmas.
So it might be an idea to maybe have a look at your, we'll say for argument's sake, your wife's dressing table and see what does she usually wear.
Yeah.
And note the name of it.
And then try to maybe, be original, get something a little bit different. But once you know the kind of the base notes that she likes, and the same for men, if you know what they like, you can do the aftershave, the fragrance as well.
Okay, well, if anybody out there has any questions about fragrance as well, be it aftershave, perfume, whatever, do text us in now if you can, or phone in on 06671236666, and we'll try and help you out if we can. Mary, you've brought in some beautiful bottles. I must say the bottles have gone very elaborate in recent years.
And all what we have today, they're kind of like what's really in for Christmas. They're kind of the best sellers that I've got. And even as we were putting it on, I was asking people to try them to see what they thought earlier. And every single time people put fragrance on, they do this. They just half the fragrance.
They rub their wrists together.
Yeah.
Bad idea?
Very bad idea, because you're halving the fragrance.
Okay.
So you're taking the original scent away. So you just apply it and leave it. Okay. And if you find a fragrance that, say, your beloved one loves, you can always get the body lotion and the shower gel, deodorants. You can get everything to match it, which will make that scent last much longer. And
in fact, actually, the body lotion can sometimes last way longer than the perfume.
Yeah, and if you love that fragrance one, then it's going to make the whole thing very, very special.
Well, let's get cracking. Okay. And just to remind listeners that we are filming this, so you'll be able to see it on Facebook. This one is this an aftershave?
Yeah.
For men. Well, this, first of all, now,
I like that one.
Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, so, you'd be tearing the shirt off him if he wore that on Christmas Eve.
And I've got a few of the males here to test it, and I've had to do the sniff test, and it smells that is divine.
Lovely.
Yeah.
This is I'm going to say this into the camera now. This is Yves Saint Laurent.
You always say it's beautifully.
Oui. Yves Saint Laurent, and is this a new one?
It's a new one, yeah. And that's kind of like I've been watching the last couple of days, and that one is the one flying off the shelves for men.
Okay, and does it have any particular name, or is it just YSL?
Yeah. So it's like when you go in, you'll see it straight away. It's
black bottle, plain black bottle,
nice, very masculine. YSL. Yeah,
very nice,
yeah.
Ladies, get this one for himself or your brother or whoever.
And the other male one then is the Invictus. There's just
this is kind of like a rugby trophy,
isn't it? Yeah,
yeah,
it's really nice. Yeah, I won.
So this is also aftershave.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah,
equally
that's nice
as
too.
well, but no.
But I would prefer
that, but that is also nice.
It's nice too.
I think that might be more a younger male fragrance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Nice bottle.
Yeah, nice bottle as well.
Now, are these all...
These are the ladies.
The ladies. Now, I'm delighted to see Burberry here.
Yeah.
Because there was a beautiful perfume called Burberry Summer, and it was one of my favourite perfumes, and they took it off the market.
Yeah, it is gone.
When that happens.
And they do the same with lipsticks. The amount of time I've had this conversation.
Yeah.
The lovely lipstick that you finally find, the next thing they discontinue it.
So Burberry has a new one out, and this is called Goddess.
Yeah, and it is gorgeous.
Oh, I'm not getting any smell here.
You have to go for it. Yeah, on the wrist and don't have.
And don't have it. Okay, that goes against all my instincts.
Yeah, and every single time you see people doing it.
Now this is going to take. You kind of need to leave it settled, don't you? Okay. Yeah, straight away I'm thinking too strong for me.
Yeah, no, see, and I said I love it, yeah.
And you love it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this Burberry Goddess, this will be good for somebody who likes stronger perfumes?
Like a good, like they like to know you've had fragrance on. That's how I describe it.
Or a nighttime one.
Or a nighttime one, yeah.
No, it is nice.
Yeah.
But too strong for me.
But too strong for you. Okay. And then these guys here are they're just flying at the moment.
This is, again, Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
Beautiful bottle.
Yeah. So it comes in kind of, we'll say 3 flavours. Right. So we have, so there's intense and there's a new platinum. Now I have the platinum on. And that's like stronger again because obviously I like a little bit stronger. So there's intense and then there's the EDP one. So the EDP one is what you have there is possibly the most popular one.
Yeah.
And then the intense is just a little bit stronger again. It's so popular. I think I have not gone to an event where I can't smell this in the room.
This is this
one. It is intense,
now,
yeah.
This, I noticed now, just to show the listeners, this is actually a much darker colour.
Yeah.
They're both Yves Saint Laurent, but this is
very different, yeah.
So this is Yves Saint Laurent Intense.
Intense, yeah.
Okay, I'll have a sniff of that if I can. No, I can't get any smell.
Yeah.
I need a minute here for now.
We need coffee.
We probably. Oh yeah, coffee beans.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Right, we'll move along.
And there's another again called Platinum.
Okay.
Which is what I have on.
Okay. So I'll sniff you during the ad break.
So it comes, but they seem to be the most popular for this Christmas.
So Yves Saint Laurent is having a moment.
It's having a moment, yes, absolutely. And they are just, and I suppose it's such a lovely gift to get at Christmas, isn't it?
It is, because you know what? Perfume is a pure indulgence. And you might love it, but you think, I couldn't justify spending that kind of money on myself. But if somebody buys it for you, you're delighted. You're delighted.
And it is just, I think, like even if you have 2 or 3 people going together to buy it for you, like, so you know it's their favourite.
Okay.
Do you know?
So this Yves Saint Laurent, the intense one, that's the one that you're smelling the most.
Yeah. Yeah, so that goes from that size is 90 quid from up to, then it goes up to 190 for the big. So if you know somebody really loves it, you can get I think the bigger bottles always last, you know, if you know someone who loves it, they are better value if you go the bigger ones.
Yeah.
You get more
and again,
for your bottle.
You know, it's so personal. Lads, don't just pick up a bottle of perfume and assume she'll love it.
You want to have a Merry Christmas.
Because perfume's expensive. Now, you know, it's a luxury, but it's lovely, to get as a gift. But imagine spending 90 quid on a perfume for your wife and then she hates it. Yeah. So put a bit of thought into it.
Yeah.
Are we done with the fragrances?
We're done with fragrances, and I'll have, because I know I'm back on Friday. I have more fragrances as well. I have some fabulous new skincare, right? That I have.
Lovely.
So The Ordinary has arrived to Tralee, and The Ordinary has been out there for, you know, it has got great amount of press. And what I love about it is that there's over 100 products in the range, okay? And it's been formulated by a dermatologist, and everything in it is kind of under 25 quid. Like even the sets where you get lots of products are under 25 quid. So they've kept down the pricing because they're not doing like crazy packaging. So each one has just the name of the product on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, again now we can see this through the camera, that, I mean, those look like something that might have nasal spray in it or something. They're medical looking almost.
Okay, I'll never look at it now and not think of that, yeah.
But as you say, but it's genius though. I mean, spend the money on the science, not on the packaging.
Exactly. And it's got great traction. So it takes now as well, I'll tell you the most popular. I think we had been talking about before about mixing serums, and I think like there's nobody in the planet who doesn't have 1 or 2 things wrong with their skin. Well, most people do. And then what you can do is you can find 2 products in the range that will work on, you know, let's say if it's dryness or it's pigmentation. But the one that has really got the greatest press is that it's like Botox in a bottle, okay? So take into account now, everything is like under 25 quid, so it's great price point. And the Argiline solution, and you mix this you pair it with the Matrixyl, right? So you have 2 serums together. Give it about 4 to 6 weeks, but has similar effects of Botox. So I think now people will just be rushing in to get 2 little vials that can, you know, if you haven't got you're not into Botox, not into needles, and you can get 2 little products that'll work. Amazing results. I've been using this for since it came out now, and I found these two are absolutely fantastic. Now, their hyaluronic is fantastic as well if you want that kind of boost of hydration, and they also have lovely peels in it as well, and gorgeous sets out at the moment. But if you haven't seen The Ordinary, haven't heard anything about it, definitely worth having a look at, and you can mix and match. And I find now, like the younger generation know all these different names that we would have never have known about, retinoids and peptides and ceramides. They know everything.
And they do.
They know absolutely everything, and they know how to mix what with what. So you can go in, get your 2 or 3 serums, whatever you kind of feel like your skin needs, and use them, and have the whole collection. Like I said, there's over 100 products in the range.
Amazing. And is it an Irish company, British company?
No, it's I don't know where it is. It's like kind of an international company. Made by dermatologists, but it has got huge amount of great press.
And it's now in CH.
And now, just first time in Tralee, just arrived. Well worth a look. But the Argiline and the Matrixyl 10, it's 10% of your A or HA in it. Amazing.
Yeah, so I assume if anyone wants to find out more, one of the girls in CH will.
Oh yeah, and they're like fantastic with and learning how to pair the products as well. Or you could just get a serum and mix it
if it works,
and mix it with your own skincare just to give your skin an extra bit of a boost. And for anything under kind of like 20 quid, adding on to your skincare is good value.
And this is it exactly. Mary, we've got some questions for you before we go back to talking about products and that. We've a 48-year-old lady listening in. She's wondering if laser hair removal from a beauty therapist is the same as the one from a dermatologist.
Yeah, very few dermatologists would do the laser hair removal. It's usually a practitioner in a clinic that would do it, and therapists would do it. And yeah, no, dermatologists I very rarely. You know, yeah.
So to be fair, most of your beauty therapists nowadays are very well qualified.
Oh yeah, and they go up levels, and to do laser, you have to be at a level 4 to 6.
Yeah.
Which means they've really know their stuff when they have a laser in their hand.
So have no fear, listener. Yeah. Great question from a listener who says, Mary, I have a perfume called Samsara.
Oh yes.
But it's been discontinued.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know if there's one similar that I can buy? Actually, it's funny now that lady said that, because one of those reminded me of Samsara a little bit.
Was it the Intense?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Intense. It even looks, the colour looks very similar.
The colour of it is, yeah. Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah,
this one.
Yeah. So it's the
Yves Saint Laurent Intense.
Intense, yeah.
Yeah, try that one, listener, and see how you get on. Maybe go to CH and get
and I think Samsara was Guerlain, wasn't it? It was
Guerlain.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And it has been discontinued. Yeah.
Yeah. Listener wants to know, what makeup would you recommend for a 14-year-old, one suitable for her skin? Of course, you need to know the 14-year-old skin type
as well. Like I would definitely say, like if you're trying to, like, less is more if their skin is very oily, and I would go for an oil-free foundation, and I wouldn't see, like, the more times you're stimulating the skin, putting on the makeup and taking off the makeup, and if the skin has many breakouts, you can really understand why you want to put on some makeup over to cover it, but sometimes that can lead to more issues. But once it's oil-free, you're away in a hack.
A lot of people wanted us to repeat the names of perfumes we mentioned earlier. Could you please repeat the name of the first mentioned Yves Saint Laurent aftershave for men? It's just called Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
It's I don't think it has a name. It's just in a plain kind of a rectangular shaped plain black bottle with YSL written on it, listener. So I'd say if you
gorgeous in the bathroom, wouldn't it?
Be beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking bottle, very simple but really, really nice. They'll know what you're looking for if you look for it in CH anyway, I would say. Somebody else says, would Mary please repeat the name of the product that's like Botox in a bottle?
Right. Okay, so this is The Ordinary, and it's the Argiline solution, and you pair it with the Matrixyl, and those,
which is another solution.
So they're 2 little serums that you put together. Give it 4 to 6 weeks to see the difference, because your skin will take that to have the effect. But you can put it on your forehead, around the eye area, and it has that lovely kind of tightening, firming effect on the skin, and it won't break the bank.
Okay. Another great question. What's the best mascara for extremely sensitive eyes, suitable for contact lens wearers?
Yeah, I think Clinique is kind of out there with their mascaras, because they're all formulated with sensitive skin in mind. So the Clinique ones are really good, and I've fairly sensitive eyes, and I find that I can use them no problem.
Very good. And Jane says, is it me or has the price of fragrance gone crazy? It's so risky to gift fragrance because it lasts so long. Are there any popular perfume sample sets that Mary would recommend? At least for the same price, there's plenty of variety just in case the person doesn't like one.
Yeah, you can. Actually, I've just even passed it. Nearly all the bigger brands, especially Estee Lauder comes to mind, they'd have all the little ones like you'd see in an airport with like a little sample of each one. And I do agree with the listener, even to get the testers for the fragrances, for the last year, it's been next to near impossible to get testers even, because there seems to be something gone crazy with fragrance. It seems to be like a shortage, do you know, of it's they're like precious now, and the price has gone up.
Prices of everything
has gone up. Yeah.
Lady in her 60s says she's been using a light foundation since the summer, but she now needs more coverage for nights out, and is wondering what foundation can you recommend.
God, you know what I absolutely love is the It Cosmetics. I love their foundations, but that's because I have nice high colouring, and I love the way it gives a great coverage, but it's great for nights out as well because it does last. And even I find out this time of year, if there's a fire anywhere and I go in somewhere, I come out and I look like I could be like an Oompa Loompa from the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, you know, I just flare up. But I do find the It Cosmetics keeps it at bay.
It Cosmetics, yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one I've been using their foundation
and their
for
mascara.
Years.
Oh my God, their mascara is amazing as well.
Yeah, fabulous too. I ran out of the mascara, but I highly recommend the foundation. So It Cosmetics. Sorry. Now, Mary, you've brought in some gadgets. You've kind of a Christmas night out kit that you'd recommend for us, for anyone hitting the town hard.
I was talking about the Brett Company, this mouthwash. I am stopped in the streets. It has been the 4 beauties, and people are still asking me what was the name of it because it lasts so long. So this is my solution for a party night out. You wake up the next morning and you need to use this because this lasts for about 12 hours. You get this lovely minty taste, no anything in. We were talking about these. So many people have asked me about these. If you're finding you're not drinking enough water now during the whole season, especially if you had a few drinks the night before and you want your skin to pop one of these are like the old Alka-Seltzers. You put them in, come in different flavours. They're your electrolytes. Great for hydrating the skin. So if you're going someplace the next day,
they're called AYA.
Yeah, and they come in loads of flavours. The Shoals party for any of the
party feet. Yes,
yeah. You're going mad dancing the night away. You need these for the feet, and then you come home and you've had a few drinks and you can't sleep. The Sanctuary Spa, I have other lovely solutions for sleeping that night. Amazing. So they're my little 4 tips for the party season.
Your 4 tips for the party season. The party feet, explain what that is again, just for people who don't.
They just pop in, you know, like where you, especially if you're used to, I think since COVID I can't wear heels anymore. And if you all of a sudden you have to wear heels and you just find I can't in like an hour or two and you need to take them off, you can actually put this guy into your shoes beforehand, and it has like a cushion for your feet.
What part of your foot does it go on?
It goes in just down here, just at the very tip, kind of like, you know, where they get sore.
The ball of your foot.
Yeah, just goes in.
Is that what it's called? Under the toes.
Under the toes,
a cushiony bit.
A cushiony bit. And it just has like a little jelly bit. You can even feel it there. It's a little gel. Goes underneath there, creates a little cushion, and you can wear heels all night.
I'm actually, you know, Mary, I'm admiring your nails there, and they're fabulous. Show them to the camera there. They're beautiful. They're this season's burgundy.
With a little shimmer in it for the party season.
Sparkle. Beautiful nails. Thank you. Now, what else have you got? I see, is the famous Estee Lauder box is back.
We can't have Christmas. Actually, there's 2 products here that we can't have Christmas without. So every time we do this guy, it's gone.
It sells out.
So if you know an Estee Lauder fan, you just get everything in it. You have your night repair, you have your lipsticks, you have your mascara, and it comes in a gorgeous gift box. And every year we talk about it, and when I come back for the next one, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in now and it'll be gone again.
So what you have to spend so much before you can buy it.
You buy it and then you'll get your all your creams. You'll get 2 lipsticks. You'll get a lip gloss and mascara. If you have an Estee Lauder person, and you can buy the fragrance for yourself, and then you'll get the kit for someone else or for yourself as well.
Now, what about somebody who has been on a night out, and let's say they wake up the following morning, they went to bed late and they are dehydrated and looking a bit rough the following morning. morning, but they have to be somewhere or
that
do
evening.
something. What could you recommend that would give their skin a bit of a lift?
Now, the sheet masks are very, very popular, and they're kind of like we were talking about the hyaluronic in the ordinary. They're usually full of hyaluronic to get the moisture back into the skin, and it usually is, if you've had a couple of drinks the night before and you don't sleep well, it's the dehydration in your skin that makes you just look old and tired and just feel like I can't go out again. But if you put on like one of those quick masks, you can just put it on, leave it on for 15 minutes. It gets the hydration back into your skin. But I'd highly recommend taking one of your electrolytes as well in with the water, just to give an extra boost of hydration. And just when you're putting on your foundation, if you find, your skin just isn't dry, a little bit of oil in with your foundation will give you that lovely glow back into your skin again.
Okay, and any particular sheet mask you'd recommend?
No, like there are amazing ones out there, like the Lancome do one, Estee Lauder. I always have one, like at home. Clarins do one. They have a lovely red one with it. It's like full of hydration, and they can wrap around your neck as well, and you leave it on for 10-15 minutes. This is great now if you have you have a wedding, and the weddings now go on for 2 days. Brilliant for that kind of a situation.
Yeah, 'cause it's just that I've seen them for sale in all kinds of shops for as little as 50 cents. Are you better off to get one from a good company like Lancome?
I always have a good one.
Yeah.
On standby for kind of like, just if you are going someplace and you say, God, I really need to pull out all the stops tonight, that'll kind of get you through it.
So what would you do? Would you take off all your makeup and put this on and then
let it soak in, and just like give it a good 10-15 minutes for it to work? And you'd associate putting on masks at night time and going to bed, but if you're going out, you'll just get a lovely boost of hydration. But try to get as much water into you as well to give a bit of a boost to the skin.
And your electrolytes.
And you're good.
Now, the other big thing that we always talk about at Christmas is the gadgets. The
physio
massage gun.
Yes.
The word gun kind of.
Yeah, I was actually going to take this off and pretend to be James Bond with you today, but I was going to do your shoulders for you. So those, like the Homedics, we have. I mean, so many people associate the Christmas show with the Homedics for the massagers. They're all still in. Massager for over the shoulder, but that gun gets into, like that if you've especially somebody driving now who have that one spot that's really sore, the gun can get into the really but
you have to have somebody with you who'll do it for you. I presume you can't do it yourself.
Yeah, well, you could get into places you could reach, but if it's back there, no, you need a plus one.
Have you tried this?
Yeah, that's really good.
Is it?
Yeah, really good.
So anyone who gets knots in their shoulder from
I'm thinking
leaning over
like
a computer.
hairdressers, beauticians who've been like this for the last 2 weeks hunched over, or somebody driving a knot.
A physio massage gun.
Yeah.
And there's sorry, you were going to tell me about that yoke.
Right, so this is the Tech Neck, right? So this is Style Pro. This is one where you just lift up the neck and it firms all around that neck area. Very popular, like for people to do this at home time.
And there's a revitalizing facial spa.
Yeah, so this is lovely for the teenagers, for anybody who, do you remember like this, did you ever steam with the head over?
I did.
Yeah, but that's the updated version of it.
So what happens? You put water into it?
And you can put some oils into it as well, and you can just open all the pores, and you can just, like any little blackheads or anything like that, you can do. So it's like a home facial.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Nice
for a teenager. Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued by this question. Somebody says, can you recommend a product that would cover a blue lake on the lips? What do they mean by that? Is that, I'm just trying to figure out, is that
could it be like a blue, you know how blueness in the lips?
Yeah.
That you're trying to, how people are looking for certain reds?
Okay.
So it could be like a red with a blue tint in it.
But this is to cover a blue. It looks like a blue lake. I wonder, is that a typo or is that predictive text gone mad? Could that person text back in really quickly and tell us, did they mean a blue lake on their lip?
But when somebody would have, say, like a spot on the lip where it could have a colouring in it, I'd always put a little tiny piece of like your foundation on it, and just a tiny piece of loose powder, and dab it into the area, and then put on your lipstick if it's to cover a mark on your lip. That would work.
And what about, since we're in that area, what about a lipstick that you don't have to be constantly reapplying? Is there anyone you'd recommend?
Right. I think I was talking about the last time about like a natural one that really was an Estee Lauder one called Suits Up, and it's a nice. With kind of like a nudie colour that'll kind of go with everything. But what I do, if you were going out for your mad Christmas night and you wanted to stay, I would always make sure you do your liner really well. And I fill in the lips with the liner as well before I put the lipstick on. So if you get your lipstick, or like this is like your only special occasion, get your lip liner that will match your lipstick, that it goes with it, pairs with it. outline your lip, fill it in, then put on your lipstick, and the liner will hold on to your lipstick all night. But if you go for kind of a nudie shade, it's not going to come off in glasses, and it's not going to, go everywhere.
Yeah, because some of those lipstick that are marketed as being long lasting, they're actually very sticky,
and they're very drying on the lips as well. You take them off and you kind of feel like you need to put on loads of
Vaseline
on your lips. Yeah. Whereas like something a little bit more moist, but I do find that the liner really good for making it stay.
Oh, our listener's been back on and says a blue lake is a black or blue spot on the lower lip. Yeah, I actually have seen that.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah.
So what were you saying again?
So I would actually use a dab of foundation and loose powder. And I'd let that set in, so I'd kind of nearly do that first when you're starting your makeup, and I'd dab it in just to give it a little bit more coverage, and then I put on lipstick as is, so at least that little one spot is going to have concealer or your foundation. I'd use foundation.
And
loose powder to set it.
Loose powder, set it, and then your lipstick over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's interesting now, because neither of us had heard of that.
No, but I had an idea it could be just a mark on the lip. Yeah,
you weren't too far off. Anything else you want to mention before we let you go? So
I'm these gorgeous candles, because actually when I was coming up, somebody was saying to me that they absolutely love these candles. This is a Sanctuary Spa candles, and they come in all, like, these are lovely now for teachers' presents and things like that, and they come in all different ranges, and they do lovely hand creams and body lotions. They're like really good gift ideas as well.
Sanctuary Spa,
yeah. And they also do the lovely nighttime, for anybody who's finding it hard sleeping, they do a lovely kind of wellness section for sleep balms and sprays and things like that as well.
Okay, very good. So Mary, you're going to be back with us on Friday.
Yes, for what I didn't, for what you didn't get to today.
So anyone who still hasn't done their Christmas shopping by Friday, fear not.
And I'll have more fragrance.
Oh, you're going to have more fragrance?
Fragrance as well.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for a new fragrance. I'm waiting for the one that I will fall in love with. Those are all lovely, but not for me.
Except the male.
Except the aftershave. So that is gorgeous for the man in your life. But the perfumes, again, I know loads of people who'd love them, but they'd be too strong for me. But you might have more lighter ones for me on Friday. Yeah. Mary, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry. Very last question. Okay. Listener wants to know why she gets a cold sore from lipstick every time.
Right.
You see, I think the cold sore virus can live on the lipstick.
And I think what happens is sometimes if they're I find, if you put on a lipstick and it's like it stings the lip, it can be what's in the lipstick that's actually causing a reaction. So I would go for something like a Clinique lipstick that might be something a little more gentle with a lot of fragrance in it. So I kind of stay away from a very fragrant lipstick. And then I would maybe, even if it doesn't work, I would use maybe a lip oil. I know Clarins do the most gorgeous. They have about 7 shades of lip oils. And that could be an alternative to the lipstick.
Yeah, and obviously if you've been using a lipstick while you have a cold sore, you really do need to throw it away, because the virus will stay, and the virus can stay in your system for so long as well. Yeah.
Lysine as well. Take some lysine is very good.
Lysine. Okay, we're definitely going this time. Right. We're going to take a break. Mary, thank you so much for that. And don't forget to check out our social media for Mary's video from today, and she'll be back with us on Friday.